Hello everyone and welcome to the void between reality and the land of hackin' nerds. My name is Brian, aka He of the Void, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege Spinnister. Now, I made a hint to this figure at the end of the last Transformers review. This is another figure that honestly just kind of stole the show. This figure has absolutely no frickin' right to be anywhere near as good as it is. But I am beyond glad that it is, because this figure stole my heart, not just the show. So, Siege for me was one of, if not the best lines in Transformers history. It followed what I felt was sort of a lackluster time in the Transformers continuity. We had just had the Prime Wars trilogy, and I just felt that there was a lot lacking in that trilogy. Combiner Wars was, well, repaints mostly. Titan's Return had some of the worst quality control problems I'd ever seen in the Transformers line, and Power of the Primes just felt like a bit of a hodgepodge. There didn't seem to be any real cohesive theming in it, other than, oh yeah, we forgot to put these in Repaint Wars, so we better release them here. But the War for Cybertron trilogy, I feel, really revitalized Transformers, and Siege was just unmitigated joy after unmitigated joy. I can think of maybe 2 figures from Siege that I got that I were indifferent to, and the only one that I just plain old didn't like, which was Ape Face. But there were a lot of really good toys in Siege. Spinnister kind of came out of nowhere. He's a product of what I call the get in the car losers area of Transformers, meaning that Hasbro went to their backlog of characters and said, all right, which one of you hasn't gotten a toy in 10 years? You, all right, get in the car, losers. Come on, everyone get in the car. We're going to the factory. Everyone's getting a toy. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. So, for those uninitiated, Spinnister here is a update of a figure from the Neon Toxic Rainbow that was G2. Spinnister here didn't even appear in the animated series for that time. He was a toy-only goon. And much like Thew from Thew's Awesome Transformers review, in this house, we love goons. We love mooks. We love toy-only henchmen that exist only in toys and were meant to sell toys based on gimmicks. But Spinnister came out in the very last wave of Siege. And usually the last wave of lines are just kind of for repaints or things that were kind of just left out. But the fact that we got an original mold of a character that really didn't have any business, and the helicopter blades like to flop around. You're supposed to lock them in, but you really can't. But I'll get into that later. The fact that we got a toy-only mook in a mainline Transformers line was both welcome, surprising, and honestly just kind of stole the show from a lot of really good toys. And actually, you're going to be able to get your hands on this fairly soon because there is going to be a 2-pack. I forget what the other figure he's going to be included in, or that's going to be included with him, but you will be able to get this figure without having to pay any sharks on eBay or anything like that. And instead of these 2 guns that are just kind of static plastic bits, he was what was called a double target master, meaning he came with little guys that turned into guns. He will come with 2 target masters, following in the infuriating trend of Hasbro underselling toys, or selling toys with minimal gear and minimal aesthetics and things like that. And then a year or two later, creating, or even a couple months later, creating a definitive version of the toy that you already bought. Yeah. Although I might buy the 2-pack because I like the deco better. But that's not to say that Siege Spinnister is a bad toy, because again, it absolutely stole the show in Siege from a lot of really, really spectacular toys. There was a lot of cool stuff in Siege, and Spinnister just warmed his way into my heart. First, though, we will give you the customary look at Noggin. Might be a little bit difficult to get it to focus because of the kibble here. But it's just basically a generic Decepticon baddie symbol. I really can't get it to come on, focus. There you go. Almost kind of looks like Shredder's head from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, you might have noticed this guy is full of kibbles and bits. However, I am able to forgive the kibble and bits a bit more because A, it was a toy-only Mook, and the toy-only Mook had a lot of kibble too. And B, these are Cybertronian modes, so I give a little bit more leeway when it comes to kibble to Cybertronian modes because they're on Cybertron, so they don't have to blend in with things. They're just vehicle modes, right? So, getting into posability. The head can go 360, but sometimes it will get stuck. Arms can go all the way around to the rotation of the shoulders. Can hinge out. Elbow joint. Can do a full 360 at the waist. Can kick forward pretty far, and then can get a nice kick backwards. Luckily, the big helicopter kibble doesn't get in the way of the leg posability or really even the arm posability. Then he has a pretty deep bend at the knee, but that's more or less for transformation. And he does have a good amount of ankle pivot, but also that is for transformation. So he's decently posable, and honestly, I love the mismatch of colors. It looks like he's wearing his pajamas. Like, okay, I don't have to actually match things because I'm just sleeping in these, and I'm also a background Mook, so honestly, cohesion and theme doesn't really matter because I'm probably going to have my head shot off fairly quickly. It's okay, Spinnister. That's okay, buddy. We understand. You are appreciated, you are valid, and you are loved. So, going into transformation, first we're just going to take off his guns. Then, we're going to take his arms, fold them up, and there's a little slot here, and a tab there, and those are going to peg in, like so. Then we're going to come to the back, pull this panel out, and we're going to pull the kibble, or the helicopter bit all the way out, like so. And then this part we're just going to slot in like this, and then put this into position, fold the arms out so you have some clearance, so that you can get this pegged in. Oh, there are 2 slots here and 2 tabs there, and you're just gonna slot that in like so. Then you're gonna come to the legs. You're gonna swing the waist out so it looks like that. Then you're gonna take this one. This is gonna come out forward. You're gonna know that this is gonna be the canopy, or the front canopy, because it has the landing gear. You're gonna open this little panel. Please be careful. I don't know if this will be updated with the newer figure, but this is translucent plastic joint, so please do be careful with that. We would not want any heartbreak. Then we're just gonna pull the foot out and fold it like that, and that's gonna peg in, or the heel right there is gonna peg into that little slot. Then we're gonna take this assembly, turn it at the thigh like that, and just slot that down, close that panel, and then attach, or just actually hold this out to the side for now. Then we're going to take this side, turn the thigh, open this, pull out the foot, and do the same thing of connecting it. Where's the little peg? It's not doing it on this one. Okay, we'll deal with it. Oh, there we go. Like so. Then you're just going to take this whole, make sure this stays out straight. This whole piece, fold it in like that. I said like that. Oh, no, I forgot. You have to turn it. Like so. Then you can fold that panel over and slot that in. It is supposed to go all the way in, but it really doesn't. Of course, it goes all the way in when it's on camera, and it's not supposed to behave, so it decides to behave. Then we're going to take the feet and slot them into the side of the helicopter like so. Then we're going to take the arms, and there's a tab there and a slot there, and we're just going to slot that in like so. And then on the foot, there's a little peg and a little hole, and that will lock the arms in. Same on the other side. Actually, it's better not. Oh no, you do want to connect those, my bad. Slot that in like that. Push the foot into place, like so. Then you can take the rotors or the rotary blades and spin them out like that, or straighten them out like that. And you can put the guns in to complete the look. And there you go. There we have Spinnister in his lobster helicopter mode. I love this. I love this helicopter mode. It's so stupid. It's so ridiculous. It's so out of proportion, and there's kibble everywhere. But you know what? It's charming. I think that's the best way to describe this vehicle mode, is it's charming. I do like it. It does look like something that would be buzzing around on Cybertron, because again, this is just transport mode. It's not disguise mode, because they're on Cybertron, so they don't need to be robots in disguise while they're fighting and killing each other on Cybertron. So yeah, love the helicopter mode. Helicopter mode is great. So, to get back into robot mode, and then we'll give our final thoughts on the figure. First, we'll take off the guns, and we're going to unpeg the arms and just fold them out like that so they're out of the way. Then we're going to fold the feet out, take this section, and sometimes this will just come open on its own. Fold it down, fold the foot in, or unpeg the foot first. Then fold the foot in like so and close that panel. Then we'll come to the front of the helicopter. Come down here, open this panel. Then we can fold out the leg like so. Close that panel. Unpeg the heel. And then just swing the foot down like that and just straighten out the legs. Then we can take the body and fold it, or swing it over like this, and I will real quick just raise the camera. Then we're going to come back here, unpeg the helicopter from that, or this part from that, fold this up like that, turn the legs the wrong way. Then we're just going to fold this kibble slab down and just close up the back. Then we can come and unpeg his arms, fold the rotary blades up. Sometimes they like to lock into place, sometimes they don't. And then we can give him his guns. And there you go. There we have Siege Spinnister back in his robot mode. And if you couldn't tell, I'm in love with this figure. This is one of my favorite Transformers of all time, to be perfectly honest with you. Definitely a jewel in my collection. If you could find Siege Spinnister and you like this version of the deco, go ahead and grab it. He does have this, what has been lovingly referred to as the Siege Schmutz, meaning he has the battle damage on his legs. But If you can get the 2-pack, get the 2-pack. What I'm just saying is get a version of this mold. Spinnister is just an absolute delight of a figure that has absolutely no reason to be this good. But I am so happy that he is. He is just the delight and a joy of a figure, and I am glad he is part of my collection. The fact that he was an original mold in the last wave of a line that really didn't need to be an original mold or anything like that. They could have just easily repainted something else, but they didn't. They made an original mold. They made Spinnister. He's great. He's a toy-only mook, but we all love him. Right? Tell Spinnister you love him. Say it, and I better see some love in the comments. In this house, we love toy-only mooks and goons. Do you hear me? Don't make me give you the finger poke of doom. I'll do it. I'll do it. I will give you the finger poke of doom. That's what I thought. You don't want any of the smoke, do you? I have no idea where I'm going with this. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. I am asking you to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out all my links down below for all the places you can find me and support me. And yeah, until next time, remember, growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional. Be curious, be playful, and above all else, be kind. And I will see you next time. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. I'll do it.